And we're live! Early. How early? Oh, it's not that early. It's 8:33. What's up, everyone? Happy Tuesday. Happy Mars Day. Stretch the chakras. I'm the High Priestess Phoenix. I'm your spiritual healer, teacher, shaman, seer, oracle, light worker, starseed, earth angel, mystic, medium, psychic, witch, messenger of God, and I must add, part of the Buddhist Brotherhood. And what else? A yogini. Here at your disposal. And the crowd goes wild. What's up, everyone? I was full of shit. I was kind of just winding down. Just turned off the music, and I was like, oh, I got a lot of leftovers to talk about. I posted a bunch of stuff last night on my community page before I went to bed. And then now that I've put my skin on, I remember last night. What'd you do? I remember what you did last night. I did an awesome teaching about the moon, the full moon and shit, I guess, whatever. Taught you some shit about it. And then, I was super clowning because I was like, what do I get out of this? So I'll take a bath, you douchers. Anyway, so I was laughing about that. And then shortly after, the Holy Spirit showed me the grand awakening that's happening over in Eastern cultures, how all the seers and shamans are being called to bathe in the holy waters. And I was like, oh my God, it's happening like right now. Like they're just, and I wanted to kind of capture the idea that the messages of God are given to those of the spiritual community. We all get the messages. We all do what, those of us that have the eyes to see and the ears to hear know. And that's what I wanted to teach you is we're guided by the Spirit, bro. The Spirit tells us. Now, the second thing I posted last night, which I made a whole fucking paragraph about, is, no, I don't think about you. Right? So yesterday's video, I started out just listing all these people. In order for me to have listed them, that means I was on your page. And so somebody, I could tell you which one, but it doesn't matter. Somebody's like, oh, they like me. She's all in my shit. Bitch, I don't give a shit about you. Everything to me. But in essence, I don't sit around thinking about nobody. I don't sit around thinking about Bobby. I don't sit around thinking about fucking Russ. I don't sit around thinking about fucking nothing. I don't think. And that's what I'm trying to teach you guys, to get out of your fucking mind. Quit thinking so much. But anyways, that was the thought yesterday. That was the conversation. It's like, oh, you think that you're important in my life, but you're not. And under the idea of what you think. God brings me to you. Meaning, don't make me look. And the Spirit will say, go look at their page. What do I get every time I look at you? A lesson to teach others how not to be like you. Don't sit there on your high horse and think I gave a fuck about your fucking life, bitch. They only bring me to you to make a fucking lesson out of you. Ultimately, and that goes to all of them, it's like, oh, she watches my tarot. No, I can't stand you. Can't you? How many of my videos do you have to see for me to show you that all I'm trying to do is make you better? I can't stand you. All of you. And I said that in the video too. So I wanted to go back to, this whole big circle jerk of teachings and shit. Is I am beyond guided by God Almighty. You know what I mean? Like, none of this matters to me. You don't matter. Nothing matters. All that matters is what He tells me to do, and that I do a good job. You know what I mean? And that's it. That's all that matters to me. So that was the third thing that popped up. Someone, the question of the universe is, why don't you aspire to be more? I get that all the time. Why don't you use your powers for greater things? Spoken like a true witch, right? That's your wants, that's your needs, that's your physical desires of what you think you need out of this life. I don't need that shit in my life, bro. I need what I need, and God meets those needs. But people are always astonished because to have this much power and use it to squander it on stupid trinkets to make my skin feel happy, that's stupid. All this power is used to help other people's lives, bro. Other people's lives. You know what I mean? And so that was the thing. It's like, why don't you aspire to be more? Why don't you work harder at your life? Why don't you make your life better? What's wrong with my life? And that goes back to the priesthood. Being a monk, a Buddhist, a guru. All of them. All of those hundreds, thousands and thousands of seers and sages that are running to this water. You know what I mean? To be baptized in the Holy Spirit are just as fucking, what they say, homeless brothers just like me. Meaning we have sacrificed our material needs for a spiritual attainment till our last breath. Okay? So, yeah, I live a humbled life because I don't want all that shit. I've had all that shit. I've been a god among gods. I've been a goddess. We wore pure gold, not this watered down shit that you guys is wearing. You know what I mean? Going back to my Libras, I want to go back to that. I was like, which one's gold, which one's silver? You mean the fool's gold or the 925 silver that will last forever? That's what I mean. He out here in his fool's gold and shit. That's it. You know what I mean? Diamonds are a girl's best friend. All that. That's because you can't find. You ain't got a friend in God. You got a friend in me. You know, and that's going back to that video. It's like my identity is in none of this. My identity is in Christ, in the works that I do for him. I am so fucking rich in the spirit that it literally pours out into my freaking outside world. You know what I mean? Meaning, I don't look like what I've been through. I look like royalty as I walk through these streets with no attainment to do such things. I don't need to stand out above or, you know what I mean? You know, or be special. The children of God are special. You are special. And I sacrifice my life for that understanding. And that's, again, you couldn't possibly, because you're not a spiritual healer, teacher, shaman, seer, oracle, light worker, yogi, you know, any of these things. To attain such levels is to sacrifice your life. Literally. And the things of it. You know, and I went back to it. I was like, yeah, there's shit, dude. We want shit. We'll see cool shit and be like, damn, I want that. But that's coveting. And that's what it is. You only want it when you see it. You had that's kids. We didn't want nothing to do with it until we saw it and you made it look good. Now I want one. I want one. I want. No, I don't. I mean, I want it. It's cool, but I don't need that shit. And that's where you learn the difference between your needs and your wants, and that you're forever wanting everything you don't have, and that your needs are actually met. Do you know what I mean? So there was a lot of messages that came in last night with that bullshit. It's like, no, God made you important. And therefore I take this work very important. You know, the whole message is stop being a fucking, as I'm screaming at all of them, it's do the work. Do what I'm teaching you instead of trying to learn it somewhere else. You have to apply this. Going back to the, fucking hamburger helper. You can read it in a million books. I pull it out of every book. When are you going to become creative? When are you going to start taking creative ventures? Or you're just going to read about it? You know what I mean? How long are you going to study the game of life before you actually start living it? Is what that means. That's what it was. Going back to the tarot readers, that was 100% on point. Don't none of you know Christ. What the fuck you think I'm doing here is trying to teach you that Christ is in those cards. That you can't do this without Christ. And that's every one of them, down to the witchcraft, down to everything. I'm bringing them back to Christ and explaining to them that, yes, your God is real and your God knows Christ, and we need to get you on the Christ consciousness. Do not abandon your faith. Do not abandon your people. Do not abandon your hopes. I'm not asking you to give up God. I'm asking you to accept more of God, more than you could possibly imagine. You know what I mean? But that was the thing. It's like, oh, she that's how you are for your attention-seeking ways. It's like you feel special if somebody's talking about you. Did you not hear how I talked about you? Like, seriously, that's it. You just want any attention. And in most definitely, these two in particular, actually all of them, you want that negative attention. Because you ain't never had positive attention where people are like, good job. Because you ain't never doing the job to get a good job. You got to be out there like, just begging for attention. What do you think I should do? And what about this person? You talk just to have people look at you. You're that loud, rattling voice in the fucking room. Look at me, look at me. And when you can't, what do? Take your fucking clothes off. You'll do whatever it takes. That's both of you. That's your energy, bro. You're out here dying. Literally killing yourself to be liked and to be noticed. Like, you'll do anything for that. And then you're the type of people that are like, why don't you use your magic so you could be likable and noticeable? Because it's not important to people like us, bro. I am liked. I'm loved. I'm respected. There's a whole big difference. I don't need to be liked. I need to be respected. There's a lot about me not to like. That's fine, but you're going to respect a bitch. And at the end of this, you're going to love me. You're going to love me. That's how it works. It really is. So, that's just the way it is. What's up, Puck? And Kobe came through this morning. Kobe, I got a lot of videos of, that are stacking up about Kobe. It's just like, when do I share these videos? And it was a great video about him, harnessing his darkness. And that's what I said in Sunday's reading. It's like, we had to do that. We had to learn how to go through our dark feelings about people, places, and things. We had to have these internal battles in order to grab this, to conquer ourselves and this world, to use ourselves productively in this world with our, with our darkness. You know what I mean? And that's it. It's like, you want to conquer the world, but you want to do it running from your darkness. How the fuck is that going to happen? Lewis, do you want to explain this to me, baby boy? Marshall? Russ? Allie? Logic? Any of you want to explain to me how you think you're going to win this world without conquering your own darkness when we're in darkness? You can't. You're just playing with the dark, with everyone else. You're part of them. You're not above them. You're not beyond them. You're with them, suffering with them until you heal yourself. And then once you do, motherfucker, if you actually do, you should not have any pride, and you should be more than fucking heart-driven to help heal other people when you realize how bad this is going to be for them. How bad it was for you. How much it took out of you. You want to give yourself to others to teach them that they can do this. And that was, you know what I mean? Like, going back to Kobe. You have no idea how hard it was. I've got all the videos. You can see it, but you'll never really know what it meant. You'll never fully until you start this. But then you could be like me, and you don't get like me unless you're waking up 4 o'clock in the morning doing this 5, 6, 7 times a day. From the fucking moment you open your eyes to the moment you can't keep them open no more. And then you're going to wake up the next morning and feel your feelings and deal with your thoughts. This is real work, bro, and it hurts and it's hard, and you can't do much else but feel your own feelings and let them knock you down and get the fuck back up. Over and over and over and over is what we do around here. But like, you're not going to get to success until you successfully master yourself. You can't master this world. The only constant is that it's constantly changing. And if you're not changing with it, evolving with it, and that's what I pointed out about Marshall. You don't care if he's mad. I got your number, bro. And that's it. It's like, are you surprised you didn't see it? It's on the surface. And that's it. You can't be a better rapper than everyone else when you rap like everyone else. You can't be better than them when you play with them. That's it. You're part of the team. You're part of this fight. Apart from it, you're not going to win it when you're doing nothing but playing the game like everyone else. And that's what I mean about yesterday's, vision. Let me show you. We're all on the fucking road, right? All of us can only go this way. But what if I pull my wheel and go the opposite direction? Are they going to get out of my way? Yes. They're going to preserve their lives. Is there a chance a cop will catch me? If I keep doing it long enough, yes. But I could change my route right now, bro. I could just hit my brakes, I got that little lift sticker, throw in my fucking park and stop traffic right now. Stop everything. I could hit reverse and people are going to get out of my way. Will I possibly get in a little danger? Possibly. You know what I mean? And that's it. It's like, you guys follow. We're all going this direction. And that's all you rappers, all you people. You see where you're going to go, right? You see, like, I'm going to go here with this project, with this relationship, with this job, with this, I'm going here. And you see that you got to go through all these lights to get there, right? You got to take all these little steps to get there. So then you can be somewhere where you've already done it better than you ever could. You're trying to be like everyone else. You're going in the same flow, the same direction. Where are they going? Destruction, bro. In a circle. A karmic loop, bro. They haven't learned their lesson. In the essence, if you did get whatever the fuck you're trying to get, you're still going to be on the same path to destruction because it wasn't in that thing. You just took a journey that you didn't understand, that you took yourself on. You know what I mean? Going back to Lewis. Lewis will not be any more successful than he is today with an 8-time world championship. It's only on paper. It won't boost his numbers. It won't bring him internal happiness. It's just another trophy. Same as Marshall and his another Grammy. Yeah, it's great to experience a first. But first of all, is this your first? Or are you just trying to do what everyone else did? You're trying to be everyone else. I want to know what it feels like to have a Grammy. Then go talk to someone that has one. Why waste your life doing what they wasted their life doing? Why don't you want to know what it feels like to be you? Why do you want to know what it feels like to be someone else? Unless you're doing it out of compassion, you know what I mean? You're just doing it out of coveting and envy and, you know what I mean? Competition. Why does Lewis want to be the 8th time world champion? Because he wants to be better than the rest. But why isn't he better than the rest right now? Do you understand what I mean? So there's a lot going on right there, a whole lot. And the awakening's happening, and I'm, you know, a whole spiritual guru and all that good shit. But my existence is about humanity and getting them to awaken to their true selves and start facing their fears to walk in it. My job is not to get you, you know what I mean? I could give a shit less if you're successful here. That's not what this is about. You building success in the material world as it crumbles is only you building a grave for yourself. Literally, one scoop at a time. One scoop at a time. You're taking the dirt out and putting yourself in your own, you know, 1 foot in the grave. All these things that you're bound to. You're bound to your material world. I've got to pay my bills. I've got to maintain this. I've got to pay my insurance. I've got to keep all this going. But all it's doing is keeping you going. Nowhere, bro. Fucking nowhere. That's what that means. So there was a lot in there. There was a whole bunch. And, you know, like, I just wanted to get that out of my system. It's like, no, I don't give a shit about your fucking stupid ass life. I care about your soul. I always have. God sent me to speak life into your soul, to kill off your flesh, to fucking destroy your flesh. As the Kali, that's what I'm here to do, bitch. I'm here to destroy you. Literally. You know what I mean? Cut your fucking head off. In the sense of, we're gonna take that whole fucking mechanism, that whole conscious, that whole chicken head thing you got going on, cut that shit off. So you can be a fucking, you know what I mean? Something. A new one can grow. Like, seriously. So, hey, I'm almost back. What else? I want to talk about something spectacular. So I had to take a ride this morning, and all this morning there was a piece of a rainbow on top of a cloud as I was driving down I-25 South. You're like, really? I captured pictures. I kept noticing it. I was like, does anybody else see this rainbow in the middle of the sky? Just a piece of it? Like, am I the only person that has the eyes to see this? Of course. They're looking at their phones. They're looking at fucking, you know, they're looking at the fucking license plate in front of them and, you know, all that bullshit. I just want to point out, what do you see in front of you? Synchronicities. What do I got? I got Texas, and I got the Chargers right there. Synchronicities. What are they telling me? And that's it. It's like you see something and it stands out to you. You don't really know what it means. What do we got? DTK 3599. You know what I mean? You start to see things. And that's funny because of the Texas and I'm wearing the Longhorn shirt. Maybe that has something. The Horned God is what I heard. That's it. That's those fucking light codes and shit. But anyway, so I just wanted to share that with you guys. It's like, no, I don't think about you. I try not to. Every time I do, I don't want to, because that's what I mean. It's like I have to look at you only to look at myself or look at the world. You're not important, and your darkness is ever important to our healing, right? You're an example of darkness, which is important, but not while you're acting in it. No. You're a tool in this game, bro, in the game of my life. Like, it's not cool. And it's like, I get tired of it. It's like, dude, sometimes it's exciting, but ultimately it's like, damn, I gotta burn you again today and tomorrow. Did you lose like 35,000 followers fucking with me? Are you down to 924,000 after fucking 952? And that's it too. What happened to your 1,000,000 followers there? There's those that lose and that, you know what I mean? And there's those that, you know, actually grow. The ones that lose because they were that's easy. It's easy. And then there's those that don't grow, like Bri. It's like, how you been around the whole fucking US, expanded so big, but you ain't got no more followers? It just means, you know what I mean? Your business is expanding, but not you. I can watch all that. I'm talking about numbers. Your streams mean nothing. It just means a bunch of people are in low vibrations with you. That's all that means to me. Is there's a fucking, you know, when Ali shared, the spike of it's you. It just means a whole bunch of people are heartbroken. That doesn't mean you're successful. It just means that you successfully captured the heartbreak that's currently going on right now. Great. Does it make you feel good to put a couple, you know, a couple pennies in your pocket off of the heartbreak of mankind? I wrote that song. All right, Marshall. Oh, I don't give a fuck who wrote it. Turn that shit off. Sorry, not to be mean, but so yeah, I just wanted to throw that all out there and stuff. What am I doing today? I gotta use this strength to clean up my home and hearth, like they said you were supposed to be doing under this full moon. But yeah, I don't know what to tell you guys. Like, just do the fucking work. Stop watching people live their lives and wanting to be like them and dress up like them, and start fucking doing your life, living your life. You know what I mean? Stop imitating, duplicating, doppelganging other people and their works, and get to work. You're not going to be better than other people in that field. And this bitch, you think you're going to fucking be a singer and songwriter this late in the game? You're just going to pick it up at 25 and you're going to get this? You're not going to be half of what Russ is, and Russ isn't half of shit. He really isn't. And we've had this talk. You know it. Remember the promoter? I'm remembering it. The guy that came into town, he's like, I couldn't put that guy on a fucking concert. He doesn't go with rap. He has to do his own concerts because he's his own shitty-ass vibration. What happened with his? You know what I mean? What did he take? Some girl and some guy and a whole fucking, you know, a whole clown show. He took the whole fucking circus around the world. He didn't do anything better. How do you think you're going to be better than him? You're not. You're just trying to be him or me or everybody, bitch. So stupid. And that's it too. It's like, how can he possibly be investing in his own career when he's trying to build this bitch up? Work on yourself. Isn't that what your stupid song said? While I'm working on me? No, you're working on her. An album. All this stupid shit. That goes back to it. Fucking idiot, bro. Like, yeah, I have love. Where does the love come from? Understanding and compassion. But I don't like you. I don't spend no time around you. I don't even want to. The way that you are. All I'm trying to do is get you better, bro. That's it. That's it. All I'm trying to do is get you better. If there was such a thing. If you could possibly be any better at life. But, you know, at this point, I'm starting to wonder. Literally. God's wonders. I wonder. I tell him all the time, are you sure? Are you fucking sure? And that's a test of my faith. It's like, you sure there's a good person in this? He swears. He swears. And all I do is believe him. All right, God, whatever you say, I'll do my job. Just get him out of my face. Whatever you want. Face shows me him, it's so I could learn a lesson and get the fuck away from you people. Seriously, get them away from me. Their fucking flesh disgusts me. Anyways, hey, you're not important. You're not important. Sorry, you're not. You're not important on the material world. You're not important in the spiritual world at this particular time and space. You have to build up your fucking, you know what I mean, your spiritual resume on that sense. But in this sense, you know, God loves all his children, so you're not important. But he doesn't love you any more than anyone else. And I can't stand you any more than I can't stand anyone else. I don't like any of you. Literally. Hey, sorry. It is what it is. Have a good day. Bye.